my friends, relax. Calm down. Calm down. I understand y'all. I understand y'all. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all half the time. Half the time. But I understand. I understand the little bit of frustration of Canelo Alvarez not fighting David Benavidez. I understand that there's a little bit of frustration of the people with Canelo Alvarez proposing to be paid $150 to $200 million to fight David Benavidez. I understand that sounds like he's outpricing himself. I understand that people is frustrated with Canelo Alvarez saying, you know what, that David Benavidez doesn't offer me anything. But we also got to understand that Canelo Alvarez do have a point in terms of David Benavidez not offering anything to Canelo Alvarez in terms of legacy. I say it before and I'm going to say it again. David Benavidez is not pound for pound, not on my list, not on your list. David Benavidez doesn't have a Hall of Fame resume up to this point or legacy, right? David Benavidez doesn't have a strap. So when Canelo Alvarez, just like we understand that we're going to be frustrated, just like we understand we want to see the fight with him and David Benavidez, just like we want to understand, we also got to be real and understand that what Canelo Alvarez is saying, that he has nothing to offer him. Look, Canelo versus David Benavidez have something to offer us. The boxing world, the boxing sport, the sport of boxing. But in all reality, does David Benavidez have something to offer Canelo Alvarez in which you and I shame Canelo Alvarez for David Benavidez? But what I mean by that is, what's a legacy fight? A mega fight has to have legacy behind it. Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, 5-division world champion versus 8-division world champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. That's legacy. Hearns versus Hagler, legacy. Oscar de la Hoya versus Julio Cesar Chavez, legacy. Muhammad Ali versus Foreman, legacy. These are legacy fights, ladies and gentlemen. Legacy versus legacy. Pound for pound versus pound for pound. Best of the best. David Benavidez is not that. David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez is not that. We got to be real. We got to be honest. But I'm going to tell you what's more of a legacy fight. And I did a poll on my last live earlier today, and I was highly surprised. I was highly surprised. My poll said this. What's a bigger fight? Canelo Alvarez versus the winner of Dimitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev, or Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez? On my poll, 68% chose Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. And I said, what? What? But I'm going to ask y'all again. I want you to leave it in the comment section. What's a bigger fight? Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez, or Canelo Alvarez versus the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev? Because I'm going to tell you like this. I pick Canelo versus the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. Yeah, I want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez, but that's not the mega fight. That's a lucrative fight. That's a trending fight. We had already a lucrative fight and a trending fight in 2023 when we had Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. At the end of the day, it was a big fight, lucrative fight, right? What did Gervonta Tank Davis earn? Talk to me. What did Gervonta Tank Davis earn but a purse? So when Canelo Alvarez is asking for $150 to $200 million, he's asking for a purse because that's the only thing you're going to gain. But when it comes to Canelo Alvarez versus the winner of Dimitry Bivol and Beterbiev, let's say Bivol beats Beterbiev, right? If Bivol beats Beterbiev, then he'll be light heavyweight undisputed. Canelo Alvarez undisputed. Bivol already beat Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez gets his rematch, which is in a lot of rematches is more lucrative than the first fight. He gets his get back versus Dimitry Bivol. He moves up there to be great again. He's fighting for the undisputed world championship versus the guy that already beat him. The storyline is bigger. It's legacy versus legacy. Pound for pound versus pound for pound. Future Hall of Famer versus future Hall of Famer. That's a mega fight. But people chose on the poll that I did. Maybe you'll switch up now. Maybe people will understand while I'm analyzing this. How is Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez bigger than that? How about Canelo, if Artur Beterbiev, the Terminator, beats Dimitry Bivol, and Canelo Alvarez says, I'm there to be great, because you know what? Canelo Alvarez has that in his resume. He's there to be great. That's why he's a 4-division world champion. He would dare to be great. I know I expect that from Canelo Alvarez. I might not expect that from anybody else. The reason why we always frustrated with Canelo Alvarez sometimes, I'm a fan of Canelo Alvarez, but the reason why we might be frustrated with Canelo Alvarez sometimes is because he's the only one that actually delivers. We expect something for Canelo Alvarez because he actually does deliver. It's like being in a relationship with your wife or your husband. If the ladies out there listening to this video, the person that could get you mad is the person that you actually love the most, right? You're not gonna argue every day. You got your little arguments, but it's the people that you care about and the people that you expect that could pinch your nerve, because you don't expect nothing from a bum in the street. You don't expect nothing from anybody that you don't care or have a business relationship, nor a friendship, nor a family member. No, you don't. And most time with family members, you don't give a damn. But I'm just saying, we expect something from Canelo Alvarez that we don't know. What can we expect from Jamar Charlo? What can we expect even after this fight with Dimitry? What can we expect from a Kalen Plant? What can we expect from John Ryder just retired? Well, what can we expect from Edgar Berlanga? What do we expect? Compared to Canelo Alvarez, we expect everything for Canelo Alvarez because he's the king, he's the cash cow, he's the undisputed. And I understand a lot of people going to be like, well, David Benavidez is a mandatory challenger. And maybe this is the reason why they want to see Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. I believe that David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez has been advertised and been hyped more. But it's not bigger than Canelo Alvarez versus the winner of Dimitry Bivol and Beterbiev. And this is why I said in the past for David Benavidez to carve his own legacy. Let's not forget that David Benavidez was already in the position in which he wants to put himself right now. Fighting to as a WBC interim to fight the winner of Dimitry Bivol and Beterbiev. Let's not forget that several years ago they put him in the position while he effed up in 168 by missing weight. You remember? David Benavidez missed weight in 168. He got stripped. But you know what the WBC did? They put him as the #1 contender for Artur Beterbiev. And you know what David Benavidez' team did? Wrote a love letter to the WBC Mauricio Sudamon to re-rank him in 168 because he was not ready for Artur Beterbiev. And all what Canelo Alvarez is saying and the other people are saying is, David Benavidez, carve your own legacy. Carve your own legacy. Why are you going to wait for Canelo Alvarez? Carve your own legacy. Do something. Beat somebody. How about you become the undisputed at 175, so then Canelo Alvarez won't have the rights to say that you don't offer him anything. Ladies and gentlemen, you only going to pay attention to the people that's going to provide you the service that you want. You only going to mix with people that got something that you want or something that you could be a part of. So when Canelo Alvarez does say that David Benavidez got nothing to offer me, you got to be real, fans. He got nothing to offer Canelo Alvarez. So it's no way that I'm going to shame I'm going to shame Canelo Alvarez for David Benavidez. I would love to see the fight. I might be a little bit frustrated with Canelo Alvarez. Damn, please give me the fight that I want to see. We're trying to be little spoiled brats, and that's what it is. We're being spoiled brats. Because Canelo Alvarez is the 4th Division World Champion, Super Middleweight Undisputed, King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get the fuck out of here, man. He already given us everything. That's why he's the first ballot Hall of Fame, walking first ballot Hall of Famer. Can I say the same thing for David Benavidez? He hasn't even done 10% of what Canelo Alvarez has done in his career. So all I'm telling y'all, folks, don't shame Canelo Alvarez for David Benavidez. Ask for the fight. He's in position for the fight. He's in position for the opportunity. But guess what? Blame that on the sanctioning body. If he's a mandatory, is the sanctioning body's job to mandate Canelo Alvarez, order the fight, or put it on purse bid and tell Canelo Alvarez, we're gonna strip you if you don't fight him. Has the WBC done that? Has the WBC told Canelo Alvarez, fight him or we'll strip you? If ain't nobody gonna take nothing away from you, you ain't gonna feel like you gotta do something, right? You're not put against the wall. They haven't put Canelo Alvarez against the wall. Is that Canelo Alvarez's fault? Is that Canelo Alvarez's fault that David Benavidez sniffed his way out of the position and then he got into position again and then ate too many Butterfingers and got himself out of position? No. That's not Canelo Alvarez. He's not responsible for David Benavidez. He's not accountable for David Benavidez like your parents may be accountable of you when you was a child. Canelo Alvarez is not the daddy of David Benavidez. Sometimes you F up in life, and you got to be responsible and accountable for those F up. And sometimes you think that you did enough to get back to where you used to be. It ain't that easy. Still, you're not going to be getting, you still not getting that opportunity. Maybe you did good for yourself, but even if you F up, they place you in position to fight Artur Beterbiev, the position that you're going to do now. So in all reality, David Benavidez, you moving backwards. The WBC already did something for you, but you wasn't ready for it. You're moving backwards if you're really thinking about it, folks. I want to see the fight. But Canelo Alvarez could actually gain more and could enhance his legacy by fighting the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. Turkey Alex Sheik wants to see David Benavidez fight the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. As a matter of fact, Turkey is looking out for the legacy of David Benavidez. Stop chasing Canelo Alvarez and make something out of yourself. Maybe the $250 and the $200 million, people will be like, oh, Turkey don't want to pay for Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. But you know what Turkey is actually doing? He's actually preserving the little moral of boxing that it got left. I'm not here for a show. I'm here for greatness and entertaining. Canelo Alvarez versus the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev is bigger. David Benavidez versus the Bivol, with the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev, carves his own legacy. You beat Canelo Alvarez. Cool, you become undisputed. You know what? Canelo Alvarez already lost to Bivol. Canelo Alvarez already lost Mayweather. You're not going to do something different. But what you know what you could do different is beat the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. Carve your own legacy. So by the time Canelo Alvarez looks up to you and he has nothing to offer, has nothing to offer himself in the 168-pound division, he's going to look up to you and be like, you know what? You got something to offer. What y'all think, folks? I think Canelo should be chasing the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. And David Benavidez go up there before Canelo Alvarez get there. How about you stop his plans before he gets the winner? Because you all know Canelo Alvarez has the power to get the winner right before you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless, and on to the next.